Hello and welcome back to the Xpert Eleven Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we thrashed Red FC 5-0 and Roma Returner beat our nearest rivals Ozlu FC, so that we now have a 6-point lead at the top of the Division 647. And in this episode we're taking on bottom of the table Ozlu FC, formerly Malmo, who have been rebranded, but their manager, one sad story, resigned after just one game in charge. Therefore they are managerless going into this game. Let's see their squad and see what the new manager made changes, whether he did or not. Furthermore, on Stel Kanyan's changes to the squad, there have been further changes made by the new manager, one sad story, who's resigned from Ozlu FC. He has brought in a new striker, 17-year-old Rex Hill. Meanwhile that's going on, he has sacked Ben Baldock, Jake Moran and Kelsey Crampsey due to their old age. This is what the new squad looks like. Therefore, Camindo Faustino is now the backup to Dorian Lissel, with Volker Krober, a signing done by the previous manager, likely to play a part in the match against us. Then again, given that they are managerless, we should quite beat them easily. So I want to talk instead about a pressing matter of squad decisions. Endiro Zubeldia, we were going to sell off at the end of the season. However, I've decided to bring his sale forward early, as I feel we've got a good chance of people unearthing a gem on the market and trying to get a huge bidding war going on the striker Endiro Zubeldia. I believe he may be an undervalued striker. It says he's 1906, but he may actually be a 1907 upon transfer. Knights are probably have to reserve team sort of for this game, given the fact that Ozlu FC are managerless. A good chance to give our young players some important game time. Therefore we've got Ant Connolly in goal. A back four: Devin Riley, Ledley King, Aquila Santa Maria and Pedro Miramontes. A midfielder: Ray Tatao Etta, Pierre F. Hessling, Sergei Kiviatkowski, Sebastião Kimado and Raymond Hargreaves. And a front low man of Celso Mota. Ozlu meanwhile line up in a 4-4-2 formation with Dorian Lissel in goal. A back four of Alekos Skentsos, Volker Krober, Scotty O'Connor and Theodore Henderson. A midfield of Crofton Painter, Carlton Dearden, Alicio Pomar and Dick Irons. And a front two of Wyatt Beasley and Herbert Bowie. So let's go live to the supermassive black hole for this match. Captains for this match are Sergei Kiviatkowski for Knights of Cydonia, with Pim benched, and Wyatt Beasley for Ozlu FC. The referee for this match is Robert Nixon of Skill 8, Harshness 6. Knights are in the red strip playing from left to right, and Ozlu in the black strip playing from right to left. In the other games in the division, Belfast City are playing Roma Returner and AC Parto Boca are playing against Ozlu FC. Hopefully Belfast City can hold Roma Returner and take them out of the equation, leaving just Ozlu FC. Although whether Parto Boca can do anything about Ozlu FC remains to be seen, but hopefully they can. Teams shook hands and the referee kicks the game off now. And 4 minutes into the game, Knights are free kick in a dangerous position. You know what that means? Yes, that's right. Free kick shown by Pedro Miramontes and it's stopped by Dorian Lissel. Well, could have been an interesting chance. But we've got a free kick again. Pedro Miramontes, he has a chance to put that his mistake right. Shown by Pedro Miramontes. He scores! Pedro Miramontes! Directly from the free kick. Puts the ball into the back of the net. 1-0 Knights against the bottom club in the division. 14 minutes played and Ozlu FC are taking the lead against AC Parto Boca. We're going to break away here. Celso Mota tries to chip the ball over the keeper and it's saved by Dorian Lissel. Lissel having to make a few saves here, but I'm sure he's used to it by now considering his side have failed to win a game this season. Celso Mota shot a goal skimmed over the crossbar. We're not really putting away the chances that we should do against the bottom club, but it shouldn't matter really because they don't appear to be creating anything and we've already got the lead. Wyatt Beasley's been yellow carded for dangerous play and we've given another free kick in a dangerous position. The step forward is tipped to Raymond Hargreaves, fires away and scores! Raymond Hargreaves from an indirect free kick this time. Pedro Miramontes sets up Raymond Hargreaves from the set piece free kick and Hargreaves turns it into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Knights. Meanwhile it's 1-1 between Roma Returner and Belfast City. As we're approaching half time, Knights have another chance on the breakaway. It's Raymond Hargreaves tries to lob the ball over the keeper and he skims over the crossbar. He's getting close to his second goal again there. As we come towards the end of half time and AC Parto Boca have equalised against Ozlu FC. Raymond Hargreaves scores again! Second goal of the game for Raymond Hargreaves as he turns in Ray Tatao Etta's cross. 3-0 Knights. Excellent. So things are looking good at half time. Knights are 3-0 up against Ozlu FC, and as it stands they're 8 points clear of second place Ozlu Craftians, which is a very healthy lead going into the final 4 games of the season. Second half gets underway, and Ibrahim Cameron on for Devon Riley. As we look to shuffle off our youth for half time, Isaac Pitry comes on for Volker Krober for Ozlu FC as they also make changes. So both sides have made changes. And we've got a breakaway here. It's Salsa Motor. He's trying to chip the ball over Dorian Thistle and smashes into the crossbar. Thistle was a bit lucky there that Motor hit the woodwork. As we get forward into this half, and Motor's going to try again. He wants to score, but it's saved by Dorian Thistle. Salsa Motor's on a bit of a scoring drought at the moment. He hasn't scored for ages, but fortunately the rest of the team has been scoring the goals he's needed to score. So we've got a free kick in a dangerous position here. It's stretching goal by Pedro Miramontes. Missed the goal by a hair's breadth. The bigger the win, the better it is, as it can only help add to our goal difference, although that seems to be a lot better now than Ozlu Craftians is, as Skenzos has had a back pass and it's smashing the crossbar. Meanwhile, Ozlu Craftians are ahead against AC Parto Boca, and Roma Returner have taken the lead against Belfast City as Nelly Isdravano comes on for Carlton Dearden. And Theodore Henderson has been yellow carded for tackling behind. Free kick in a dangerous position again. Red FC will get ahead against Colonel Getafe as Pedro Miramontes' free kick straight on goal, tapped over the crossbar by Dorian Thistle. So, as we come towards the end of this game, it is 3-0 to Knights of Cydonia, and it doesn't look like we're going to improve on this scoreline. Theodore Henderson has been sent off for a second yellow card. Well, that's a dramatic turn of events. Maybe we can get a goal in the last few minutes. Steven Stroller on for Ozlu FC. Theodore Henderson sent off as Salzburg tries to round the ball, plays the shots, and saved by Dorian Thistle. This has actually had a pretty good game. It's just a shame that his team of Kruis haven't really much, has eventually been overwhelmed to concede 3 goals against us. That is the end of the game and the end of the match. Knights of Cydonia FC 3, Ozlu FC 0. As Theodore Henderson was sent off towards the end of the match, leaving them down to 10 men. Ledley King was the man of the match for Knights of Cydonia, with a colossal, his best game for the club I believe, at 16 bars, while Dorian Thistle was the man of the match for Ozlu FC with a string of saves to keep it down to only 3-0. Well, it would be a major shock if we didn't win that game, to be honest. So, on to different matters altogether. We're going to be selling our striker Indira Zubeldia. I mentioned this earlier in the episode, but the reason we're selling him is due to a process whereby players are misadvertised on the transfer market. If they are, that tends to be that they are high in their skill band, whereby the skill band is the range of decimal values that constitute a skill. For example, an 8 skill player can be anywhere in the region of 7.5 and 8.5. If a player is 8.5 and looking to increase in the next change report, then selling them on will turn them into a 9-bar player instead of an 8-bar player without them aging. This is very attractive to potential buyers, as it means they can get players on the cheaper. Or at least that's what the old theory was. However, with evaluations incredibly cheap nowadays, it's so easy for players to find out what exactly who they're buying is, just by finding out all the hidden stuff. This means that if somebody finds an undervalued player, there can potentially be a lot of interest in it. And due to the way the transfer market works through a bidding process, there'll be lots of bids for the player, and hopefully he'll go for much higher than he's listed. But of course, that all depends on whether he's an undervalued player. With Indira Zubeldia, Richard Fenn's calculator showed him with 2 possible values. One has a good chance of being an undervalued player, the other will definitely rule him out from being one. So we're going to have to hope that it's the first one. And also Zubeldia is having to be sold because both him and Motor can't get the DV they need to have a good change report. Team of the week is Elvis Grusel of Red FC in goal. A back four of Ledley King, Knights of Cydonia, Gert Ake Nicholson, Roma Returner, Clem Coolidge, Roma Returner, and Pedro Miramontes, Knights of Cydonia. Midfielder Tommy Trapp, Roma Returner, Renzo Giannighi, Roma Returner, Sotirius Delas, Red FC, and Sergei Kiviakovsky, Knights of Cydonia. And front two of Ferdinand Holt, Ozlu Craftians, and Predrag Lukovic, AC Parto Boca. Manager of the week is D2K Virus for his side's victory away against AC Parto Boca. So, with that said, let's see the standings after this latest round of results. Knights remain on top of the division after an easy win over Ozlu FC. It looked like we were going to stretch the gap to 8 points, but Ozlu Craftians ended up winning 3-1 away from home against AC Pato de Boca, and as a result, the gap is still just 6 points. Roma Returner beat Belfast City in the end, so they maintain their 3-point gap behind Ozlu Craftians, chasing them for that playoff spot, which they seem to be in contention for. A promotion spot at the top is looking unlikely. Belfast City remain in mid-table after that defeat. Red FC have jumped Pato de Boca in the relegation places after beating Colonel Getafe 1-0, which was enough to move them out on goal difference. In fact, things look pretty close. I think it's actually on goals scored that Red FC are actually the relegation zone. It's that tight. This of course leaves Colonel Getafe and Ozlu FC in the bottom 2 places, and I believe our result against Ozlu FC means they are officially relegated back to Division 7, although they will probably be liquidated before they get properly relegated. Colonel Getafe are also in real relegation danger, 10 points off safety, and if they lose their next game, they are relegated as well. So, in the next episode of the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, we'll be taking on AC Pato de Boca away from home. If we win that, our games against Ozlu Craftians means we could get a draw to seal promotion back to Division 5 as champions for the first time in the club's history. It is mathematically impossible to win the title next week, but we can take a huge step towards doing so, because even if Ozlu Craftians lose, that's still us only 9 points off the second place team, meaning that we'd still need to get a result against Ozlu Craftians to seal the deal, or to get points in our last 3 games. Either way, it's looking like a good time to be a Knights fan. So in the next episode we'll be taking AC Pato de Boca away from home. See you guys then.